Bago matapos ang taon, may mga salitang hindi natin nasabi. May mga iniwan at may mga pinili nating dalhin. Tonight, let's breathe together and remember why we keep going. Hindi lahat ng LSS masaya. Minsan, ito yung mga kwentong paulit-ulit na bumabalik sa ating isipan. Yung hindi mo pa rin kayang bitawan o kalimutan. May bagay ka bang hindi mo masabi? Isulat mo na yan. Basahin natin. This is Liham Santi Sessions. With me, John Santos. Merry Christmas po mga ka-LSS or mga LSS family natin. Wherever you're listening from, sa kwarto mo, sa biyahe pa uwi, or habang naghahanda para sa holiday break. Salamat for being here. Now this episode is different. Wala tayong pagmamadali, walang biglang twist. Just warmth, softness, and space to feel. This is our year-end Santi session. A small pause before 2025 ends. A moment para balikan ang mga liham that shaped us. At mga alaala na minsan hindi natin kayang sabihin ng malakas. And tonight, I'm not doing this alone. I'm sitting down with someone whose words and stories have held laughter, tears, and quiet truths. Someone who has shared pieces of his heart through his posts online. And I'm deeply grateful he said yes to our invitation. So please welcome someone who has shaped so much of who I am and where I am today, Billy. Hi, Billy.
Hi, John, and hello, LSS family. It's been an honor to be here. Iba palang pakiramdam pag first time, ano? So, it's an honor to be your first guest and your show. And ang sarap sa pakiramdam to be in a safe space.
Wow, that's very beautiful words coming from you. And actually, mas thankful kami that you finally said yes to this. So, maraming salamat sa iyo, and I hope you enjoy kung ano man yung mapag-uusapan natin this afternoon or
Excited
tonight.
din naman ako kung anong pag-uusapan natin.
So, Billy, alam mo ba, although we started airing our first episode last October, and I guess it's safe to say na somehow marami na rin tayong mga nabasang letters, no? We had a total of 5 already, and meron pa tayong mga episodes na ipapalabas soon. And in that number of months since we started last October, marami-rami na rin tayo na pag-usapan. There are stories about love, regrets, grief, and etc. So, but if I'll ask you, which of those episodes ang tumatak sa'yo?
Oh, most of your episodes I have watched already, and I think if there's one episode that really marked an important lesson, I think it was the episode 3. Nagustuhan ko siya, di ba kinikwento ko nga sa'yo.
Yung sulat ni Rachel.
Yes, ito yung pag-ibig na, because of that, I realized one important lesson about love, that love is immortal. It never dies. Nagbabagong anyo, nagbabagong kulay, pero hindi talaga siya namamatay. So love comes in different forms, different sizes, different colors, but the same kind of love pa rin siya.
Siguro just to remind those who probably saw it already, or maybe share for those who haven't seen that episode yet, the story ni Rachel is about a girl who's married, who has 3 kids, and then last year, unfortunately, nawala yung husband niya. And then just this year, so he met yung former lover niya.
Yeah.
So parang, I guess it's safe to say na parang first love niya. So yung question niya there is, okay pa ba natanggapin ko pa tong person na to? Because I think her worries are, number one, what people will say. You know, in our society, iisipin, bakit sobrang bilis naman yata, di ba? And then, another issue or concern there is, baka actually, based on her letter, she felt na baka binibitray niya yung love niya na nawala na, which is
The husband niya.
the husband. So, those are the questions. I remember sa last part, when I gave my reflection, I did mention to her na, about falling in love. Love is not about ending whatever you felt after, what happened, but it's about expanding. So it doesn't end kung saan natapos. You just need to open yourself up. And what's good about her is her kids are very open-minded. And I remember at that part of the letter, the kids even said, okay lang. Parang, siguro yung kids are thinking na marami ka ng pinagdaanan. Hindi lang para dun sa asawa niya, but also dun sa kids niya. And I think it's about time for her to, move forward and then isipin naman niya yung sarili niya.
Correct. Parang wala ka namang tinatapos na pag-ibig. Iba-ibang chapter lang.
That's true.
So, siguro, I understand the feeling of Rachel kung bakit ganun talaga. Pero later on, people will realize, especially those people who really matter in your life, na sadyang may umuusbong talagang bagong pag-ibig.
That's true.
Na hindi mo kailangan kalimutan yung dati para bigyan ng panibagong pagkakataon ng iyong sarili mo para muling magmahal.
Perfectly said. Yes, that's true. Hindi mo naman talaga totally kailangan kalimutan yung isa. You just need to move forward, move on. And of course, at the end of the day, pinakasalan mo to, minahal mo to, nagbigay ng kids for you. But opening yourself up to another chapter of your life, like a new love, walang masama.
Yes.
Now, if you'll ask me naman siguro, kung ano yung episode na tumatak sa akin, personally,
Ano yung personal favorite mo?
personal favorite ko aside from number 1 because episode 1, that's my story actually, I think episode 2.
Yeah.
So, si episode 2 is about a guy, yung letter sender natin, si RJ, who said na he's been very busy with his life. He's been very supportive naman sa family niya, sa parents niya particularly, but it came to a point na parang na-realize niya na tumatanda na pala yung parents niya. And we were talking about this kanina, and then you mentioned na talagang it would come to a point na, meron pa pala akong mga bagay na hindi ko na napapansin kasi naging focus ka sa kung ano yung meron ka sa ngayon. So, that made me realize na, oo nga, after that episode, I have actually been receiving a lot of messages from my friends. Maybe some of them realizing also, yung pinagdadaanan at pinagdaanan ni RJ. At the end of the day, okay lang. Whatever you're doing right now, it's for your own good. Also for your family, because if in case you're supporting your family, financially. But at the end of the day, hahanap-hanapin mo pa rin yung sorry. So as I'm saying, so at the end of the day, babalik at babalik pa rin sa parents mo.
Yun naman talaga. And I think every parent would understand that as tayong mga anak nila, we're so building our life, our own career. And we often neglect that while we are building our own life, our own career, mas maging mahusay, magaling, nakakalimutan natin that our parents are also aging. They're getting old. Kasi ako naniniwala dyan kasi na parang ang konsepto natin ng magulang is ageless. Parang hindi nagbabago. Parang ako nga, 'di ba, matanda na rin yung nanay ko. She's going 75. Ang tingin ko pa rin sa kanya, yung nanay ko when I was in grade school. Kaya pag nakikita ko yung nanay ko na mahina, nagkakasakit, parang, my God, matanda na talaga yung nanay ko because sa mata ng bata, ang magulang ay hindi nagbabago. Parang yung magulang kung paano mo siya nakilala when you were young, ganun pa rin. So pag nakikita mo nang nanghihina, may sakit, matanda na, parang doon mo na-realize na parang maraming nawalang panahon na nakafocus ako masyado sa sarili ko. But I think hindi naman talaga yun dyan pagkukulang. Kasi proud parents naman, siguro yung mga magulang mo nakita ka how you live your life, how you build yourself, and the person you are now.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's true. I remember also reflecting on that story, as I said kanina, at the end of the day, you'd still come back home.
Yeah.
When you get back home, sila pa rin makikita mo.
Yeah. Parents will always be our home.
That's true. So, Billy, let's talk about personal, mga uh, items. Items.
Gaano ito ka-personal na
Oh, medyo
items na
personal.
to?
Don't worry, we won't be tackling about love life. But siguro for 2025, again, based on some of the letters that I've read, meron kasi dong questions about forgiving, pagpapatawad.
Wow.
So, if I ask you, ikaw ba, for 2025, meron bang, kwento about you na may mga napatawad silently? Kasi when we talk about asking for forgiveness, pwedeng dalawang bagay yun eh. Pinatawad mo, kahit hindi humingi sa'yo ng tawad,
Correct.
or hinayaan mo na lang,
Hinayaan.
or lumapit sa'yo at nag-apologize. So, meron bang naging ganong scenario for you?
Marami-rami yan. Yung mga need mo magpatawad kasi kailangan mo, hindi sa kailangan niya. 'Di ba? Parang you forgive because you need it for yourself. So, these are the kinds of forgiveness that happen in the most quiet part of your heart. This kind of forgiveness that is not noisy, that is not loud, but real. So, marami-rami yan. And nagpapatawad ka for your own peace of mind eh.
That's true.
So, marami-raming ganyan na you don't have to demand them to seek forgiveness of you, but you have to forgive them.
With all of these achievements that you have right now naman, let's say, right now, may mga nakikita tayong mga questions like this, like for example, sila Boy Abunda asking yung mga mga guests nila. I'll ask the same thing to you. For example, kaharap mo ngayon yung younger self you.
Wow.
Let's say, nung time na nakikinig ka sa akin. Third year high school ka pala
I used to
no?
listen to Jan sa kanyang radio show.
Yeah. So, let's say, for example, kaharap mo ngayon itong third year high school self na ikaw. What will you tell him?
Oo, pag binalik mo ako sa aking sarili at nakita ko talaga yung bata-bata pang Billy, ang sasabihin ko talaga magpakatatag ka, be ready. Di ba kasi when you were young, you see the world perfectly.
Correct.
Parang very ideal. Akala mo this is a very safe space where you can dream, where you can be who you are, you can express yourself freely. Pero hindi pala eh. Pag lumabas ka na sa safe space mo, sa personal space mo, hindi pala. And napakahalaga na maging matatag. Yung tatag na kahit nangihina ka na, pero nahanap mo pa rin yung dahilan para maging malakas. You need to be strong, especially for yourself. So siguro, yun pa rin ang sasabihin ko sa younger Billy, magpakatatag ka. Hindi, ibang-iba ang mundo, dear. Hindi siya kagaya ng ini-imagine mo. So I think yun ang pinaka-message ko sa sarili ko.
I'm not sure how kids nowadays think, but tama ka eh. Kasi when we were younger,
Yeah.
we're just, siguro it's safe to say na we were careless of a lot of things. Hindi natin iniisip yung future. Mas iniisip natin kung ano yung meron ngayon. Uuwi ako ng bahay, andun yung magulang ko, pakakainin ako, and that's it. But siguro, if you'll ask me naman, there was a stage in my life na I became so conscious about it already.
About what?
About, my future. So, when I was young, siguro I was in high school, nag-iisip na ako kung ano yung mga dapat na ginagawa ko for...
Planado na.
I was trying to. So, parang it came to a point na gusto kong maging pare. Gusto kong maging sundalo. And for me to achieve this, I need to do this.
May blueprint ka
May
na.
blueprint ako na ginawa. But if I'll be given a chance to talk to my younger self, siguro, I'll tell him to just relax.
Chill lang.
Chill ka lang. Oo. Siguro, kamot may. Kasi if you'll ask me now, whatever I have right now, it's because siguro at this stage in my life, sa age ko ngayon particularly, whatever comes in, I evaluate if it's worth my time or not. And that's how I decide now. So, hindi na pareho nung dati na tanggap lang tayo ng tanggap and then later on nahihirapan ka. So, relax lang. Chill ka lang dyan. Kasi a lot of good things will happen to you. You'll meet a lot of good people. So, Billy, so marami kang mapagdadaanan. But, as I said, relax ka lang. So, Billy, you know what? I think about few weeks ago, meron kaming naging post and this is more like an interaction post para sa mga followers natin online, both Instagram, Facebook. And then the question is, ano yung natutunan mo ngayong 2025 na gusto mong dalhin sa 2026?
At ang daming nag-respond.
May mga nag-respond doon sa ating post na yon. And we'll be reading some of those. For today, I think we'll be picking 3. Okay? So, let me read the first one. This is coming from Fe. So, according kay Fe, ang natutunan ko ngayong taon na gusto kong dalhin next year ay yung pagiging wise at mabuting tao sa kapwa kahit hindi nasusuklian. No stress, and may we have a prosperous new year all year round. What are your thoughts on this?
Ganda yan. Each year dapat we should be wiser and kinder.
Correct, yes.
Diba? Mas nagiging wise, mas nagiging mabuti.
Tama.
And it's a good lesson.
Yeah. So, kung ano man yung napagdaanan ni Fe, tama ka na yung mga learnings natin this year, we bring, kumbaga parang we start 2026 on a positive note. But yung part na sinabi niya dito na pagiging wise at mabuting tao sa kapwa kahit hindi nasusuklian. Anong masasabi mo doon?
Oo, kindness kasi is universal. It doesn't have to be reciprocated. So, hindi porket naging mabuti siya sa'yo, magiging mabuti ka rin sa kanya. So, ang kabutihan is constant. So, yun.
So, yeah, I agree with what you mentioned. Expect nothing in return.
Yeah.
Kasi if you're being kind to someone, that should be coming from the heart. Hindi dahil may camera na sumusunod sa'yo, may mga taong nanonood sa'yo, and you're doing this because you have a great heart. You have a kind heart. And you don't need, tama, you don't need to expect anything from them in return.
You're kind because you are kind.
Exactly. That's it. Yeah. Okay, next.
Ang ganda ng mga natutunan nila, ha?
Okay, medyo mahaba-haba to, and this is coming from Nanay Bibing.
Wow.
I wish this new year, 2026, maging mapagmahal ako na ina sa aking mga anak. At kahit hindi kami mayaman, maging masayahin at marespeto lang sa kapwa. Ang aking dadalhin hanggang sa huli ay palaging magdasal sa Panginoon. Hindi kami susuko no matter what happens sa aming buhay. Diyos na ang bahala sa amin. This is the whole concept of this episode. Padayon, moving on, moving forward. So, kung ano man yung napagdaanan ni Nanay Bibing ngayong 2025, I hope whatever she hoped for 2026, ma-achieve na.
Mangyari.
Lahat
ng inaasam-asam niya for 2026.
And it's good that she all involved yung kids niya. I'm not saying na may mga parents na iniisip na lang nila yung sarili nila. Of course, if you're a parent, palagi mong isipin yung pamilya mo. So, it's a good thing na isinasabay pa rin niya yung mga anak niya. I don't know if yung mga kids niya ba ay mga professionals niya.
Baka mga bagets pa.
Baka mga bagets pa. Ayan. At sinabi niya rin dito, kahit hindi daw sila mayaman, maging masayahin at marespeto lang sa kapwa. You don't actually need to be rich
for you to be happy. Correct.
Diba? So I think that's the whole concept of life. Nabubuhay ka na masaya, 'di ba? So whatever makes you happy, again, hindi lang naman dahil sa pera, 'di ba? May anak siya, pwedeng yung mga anak niya yung nagpapasaya sa kanya. Kung ano man yung mga bagay na maybe like watching a TV show, mga TV series, so simple things. So yeah, that's true. You don't actually need to be rich. You don't need to have all the money in the world para maging masaya.
Correct.
Ewan ko lang dun sa mga dapat makulong na. Okay. This will be our last.
Wow. Ano kaya yan? Ano kaya ang natutunan niya?
Kay Junie. About love.
Wow.
Sabi ni Junie, next year, sana ay maturuan ko ang puso kong umibig muli.
Wow. Actually, you don't teach your heart to love. It comes so naturally. Walang pilitan pagdating sa pagmamahal.
That's true.
So never teach your heart how to love because your heart knows how to love.
And the right person, you probably heard this already, dadating at dadating yan sa buhay mo. Nasa sayo yan kung tatanggapin mo buong puso or hindi.
Hindi daw hinahanap ang pagmamahal kasi ang totoong pagmamahal kusa kang
Nilalapitan.
natatagpuan.
Okay. So, yeah. So, Billy, since napag-uusapan na natin yung mga bagay na gusto mong dalhin sa 2026, I'd like to ask you some questions naman. Personally, let me start off yung first question ko sa'yo. What kind of love do you want to give or receive ngayong 2026?
Diyos ko, pa Valentine's Day na yan.
Oh, di ba kasi ilang months na lang?
I think an enduring kind of love, an enduring love. Alam mo yung love that will thrive no matter what? Yung pag-ibig na hindi basta sumusuko. Pag-ibig na kahit nasasaktan, hindi basta-basta bumibitaw. So, an enduring love is more important than, I think, a perfect kind of love. Diba? Kasi wala naman talagang perfectong
Perfect na
pag-ibig.
relationship, yes.
Pero pag enduring kasi yan, malalampasan mo lahat ng pagsubok. Hindi mo siya basta susukuan. 'Di ba? Kasi nga enduring nilalaban mo. And I'm that kind of person Pag ako talaga nagmahal diyan parang nilalaban ko yan till the end. Ikaw ang bumitaw, then yun na. But hindi talaga ako bumibitaw. I'll fight for it till the end. So, I think I'm capable of giving an enduring love, but I don't know if someone can give that kind of love also.
Very beautiful. Okay. What are you choosing naman to leave in 2025?
Yung pagiging control freak ko dyan.
Hindi ko alam yan
Parang, parang wala sa personality ko
yeah.
because I'm a type of person that want to be in control of everything. Alam mo, sa trabaho. Parang I don't know lang. Siguro mas yung kagaya mo, yung advice mo sa younger John, na chill lang, relax lang. Not everything is within your control. Learn to let go of the things you can't. Diba? So siguro yun.
Okay, another question. Anong quiet promise mo naman sa sarili mo for next year?
Ayan. To be more happy. A happier Billy.
Hindi ka pa ba happy?
Masaya
Well,
na.
happier na nga.
Oo. Iba-ibang degree kasi yung happiness.
Nasang stage na ba tayo ng happiness mo ngayon?
Nasa kalagitnaan.
So, when you say kasi happiness, ano yung nagiging reason for you to be happy? Is it a career?
Hindi naman. Masaya naman ako sa current life ko. Parang I'm enjoying my life now. I'm, di ba, living in the moment rather. Tapos, yung mga gusto mo naman unti-unting nangyayari. Nagbago lang siguro yung konsepto ko ng kaligayahan. Siguro, pag nagkakaedad tayo, nagbabago yung konsepto natin ng kung ano ba yung masaya, ano ba talaga yung maligaya. Yung mga bagay na dati nagpapaligaya sa'yo, parang ngayon, parang hindi naman pala.
Exactly.
Kasi nagkakaedad na. So, mas naghahanap ka na rin ng mas malalim na dahilan para maging masaya. But on the contrary also, John, as you get older, mas bumababaw pala yung kaligayahan natin.
That's true.
Kagaya ng pag-iyak natin. Minsan simple commercial na touching, napapaiyak na tayo. So, siguro lito lang talaga ako sa kung, sa kung ano. But if there's something that I want to be more, I want to be sa susunod na taon, siguro yon isang mas maligayang Billy.
Mas maligayang Billy. So let's focus siguro on yun sa happiness na for 2026. I'm not saying I'm not happy now. I am happy. Am I contented? Honestly, hindi pa.
But it also this is also the hardest question. If you want to be happy for 2026, you have also to answer this question. What makes you happy? Diba? Kasi yun ang mahirap. If you cannot answer the question of what makes you happy, definitely being happy for next year is irrelevant also.
So I think maybe we can consider that with the help of our digital team. What makes you happy?
What makes you happy?
Yeah.
Diba? Kasi if you want to be happy in 2026, you have to answer first the question.
Correct.
What makes you happy?
That's a good thought. Nga, napaisip tuloy ako. What makes me happy?
Yeah.
Ikaw, do you know the answer to that question?
Exactly.
What makes you happy? Siguro we'll create a question para din sa ating mga viewers about, happiness. What makes you happy for you to move forward to 2026? And hindi ka naman siguro din lang in terms of answering that question, hindi lang naman siguro limited to just one.
Yes.
There are so many things that makes you happy. Identify mo siguro kung ano yung mga bagay na yon. Top to the list. And then based on those items that you listed down, tingnan natin kung ano yung pwede makatulong sa'yo for you to be more happier ngayong 2026.
Kasi for some, happiness is searching.
Correct. And sometimes happiness, family.
Family.
Diba? Or kung ikaw yung tipo ng tao na masaya na nagtatrabaho.
Yeah.
Diba? So, that's true. No? Medyo broad when we talk about being happy or happiness of a person.
Yes.
So, yeah, I think let's ask ang mga viewers natin, what makes you happy?
Correct.
Kayo, what makes you happy? And ano yung mga bagay na gusto ninyong madala for 2026? Padayon isn't, sprinting. It's gentle, continuous movement. Kahit mabagal, basta totoo. To everyone listening, thank you for trusting LSS with your deepest stories, for being brave enough to feel, for showing your vulnerability in a year that demanded so much strength. To the LSS team, our senders, writers, editors, and of course our beautiful community, maraming salamat. And to Billy, thank you so much for being here. Again, thank you for accepting this invitation.
Maraming salamat din, John, at sa buong LSS family. Sa muli, isang malaking karangalan na maging bahagi ng iyong programa. Padayon sana kita.
To our listeners, remember this. Liham Senti Sessions became a home because you allowed it to be one. So please keep writing, keep feeling, and keep moving forward. Slowly is still a progress. And for those who struggled this year, hindi mo kailangan maging okay para magpatuloy. Kailangan mo lang maging totoo. Thank you for listening to this year-end special episode of LSS. If you have any stories for 2026, our inbox is always open. So please follow us on our socials and stay connected. Sa lahat ng pinagdaanan natin ngayong taon, salamat at padayon. Maraming salamat sa pakikinig. May kwento ka rin ba na hanggang ngayon na hindi mo pa rin mabitawan? Sulat mo na yan at isend sa link na nasa description ng episode na to. Malay mo, yan ang susunod nating babasahin. Dahil lahat ng liham na may puso ay welcome dito. Gusto mo rin ba ng kasama sa healing journey mo? Be part of our LSS community. Follow Liham Senti Sessions on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Spotify para lagi kang updated sa mga bagong episodes. Muli, ako si John Santos at ito ang safe space mo. Liham Senti Sessions.